Up next, we visited Kobe Tough Beads and Leather Factory right here in Nairobi, Kenya, where beads are produced and shipped worldwide. Remain tuned as we go inside to explore the heart of this factory. So for the ceramics, we make them here. We have a group of 50 women, and for the leather work, we do it from a place called Kajiado, and it's done by a community called the Maasai. Have you heard of the Maasai? Yeah. Okay, so the Maasai are a community in Kenya that depend on cows for their source of livelihood, and in 2019, when a severe and prolonged drought hit the country, the pasture dried and their cows died as well. And in that devastated position, the community was left with no means of survival, and they went into extreme measures like selling off their girls at young early marriages to get dowry as means of payment. But when Christine learned of the matter, she decided to now come up with a way of helping that community, and that is why Christine will buy leather, well-treated cow leather from a local tannery, cut it differently, where they're able to sustain themselves, as well as send their children to school, and especially the girls. And we have a group of 400 women there in Kajiado, supporting more than 2,000 livelihoods in their family units. And then for the ceramics, the 50 women that you are about to see, who most of them are the single moms, the widows, and the orphans, lost their jobs during the COVID period. And because many places were shut down, Christine, after the COVID period, traced these 50 women, the ones I've told you about, provided them this ceramic workshop after COVID-19, and that's why we expanded into a ceramic workshop. And these women cannot be coming here, make the ceramics like previously before, and earn a living. And in here, we have a founder called Mama Elizabeth, and she's one of our ceramic founder members of ceramic bead making in Kenya since 1975. And she has taught the ladies how to do this for more than 49 years. And today, you can say jumbo to her or even call her Queen Elizabeth. And with that short introduction, I'd love us to begin our tour.
Thank you.
All right, welcome. So we'll begin this way. Yeah. So this is the word Kobe, and Kobe is a Swahili word for the African sea turtle, just like the turtle you can see here. So just like the hard shell, yes, just like the hard shell of the turtle, it symbolizes the hard and shiny ceramics that we make here, as well as the beauty of the African savanna and the toughness of a woman. That's why we are called Kobe tough. Yes, so we shall begin our tour here. And for the ceramics, we start by collecting our clay from the slopes of Mount Kenya. You can feel the clay. And then this is the volcanic clay. We soak it in water for 2 weeks. We mix the clay with water and some hardeners, and we have a group of 5 men who will help us in stirring the clay for 2 weeks continuously. And after the 2 weeks are over, then we shall now filter to remove impurities like rocks and sticks. Then we pour the clay here. And when we pour the clay here, it takes 3 to 4 weeks to naturally dry in the sun. Can I touch it? Yes, you can touch the clay. Yeah. And after 3 to 4 weeks, we wedge to remove the bubbles so that the beads cannot explode in the kiln where we are firing them. Okay. Yes, so now when we store it here, the ladies now can be coming for the clay bit by bit so that they cannot bake the beads according to how they are, according to their speed. So this is their reserve. Yeah, you want to start the clay?
Yes. So there are impurities and the rocks and all that. We can stay. So they have to stay right, or maybe the impurities under there, like
yes,
right deep under.
Yeah, they'll try and go under.
And go under.
Yes.
I'm going under.
And it's very hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's why we need them.
It is hard.
Yeah.
But I'm always scratching the surface. Wow.
And now you can imagine from the time they started until it's there, so how far they have really gone. Yeah. So that's how we make the clay. And now I'd love us to take a look at how the ladies are making the beads.
So this is collected
Yes.
and then soaked for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then the impurities are removed, and it's like we let it dry for 4 weeks.
Yes.
And you put in the reserve, the
Yes.
ladies take, and then the bake to
Yes.
do the. Okay.
To make the beads.
Yeah.
You're right. Jumbo, come, and this is the making room. Here, when the ladies get the clay, they will use a mold for sizing to get the tiny beads. And once they get the tiny beads, they can now roll with the palms of the hands and use the fingers to shape the bead. You can feel the clay. Let me get one for you. Kidogo, ngoja niwamalizie.
This is like a baby giraffe.
Yeah, that's a baby giraffe.
Baby giraffe.
For you. Thank you.
You'll place it on the dashboard and it will continue to dry and you can carry it back home.
Okay.
Yeah, just an hour it's dry.
All right.
Put in for your square.
Okay.
It's the one we'll use for illustration. Then once they make the beads like she's doing, they'll use this knitting needle to pierce a hole through the clay when it's still wet.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yes, that's when they'll put the thread. We dry the beads in the sun for 3 to 4 hours. Once we dry the beads in the sun, we shall now later bake them in the kiln. So this is how the beads start appearing once they're dry in the sun. They change the color to pale light. Then we bake them in the kiln for 8 hours at a temperature of 1000 degrees Celsius, and the beads will look like this once we bake them. And this is the natural color of the clay.
This is derived from that.
Yes, once we fire them for the first time in the kiln or oven.
Wow. It looks like another thing, totally.
Yeah.
Color and everything.
Sure. Wow. Her square is ready. So let's pierce a hole now through.
You do this.
So,
Oh, thank you.
yeah, you'll also place it on the dashboard. It will continue to dry. You can say asante. Asante means thank you. Yes. All right, so I'll show you the painting room, but for now, I would love us to take a look at the Maasai design work on that table. So this is the Maasai design work, and when the ladies in Kajiado get the leather cut in different sizes, and also these glass beads, they will now use this needle to pierce a hole through the leather. And once they get the holes, they can now use a tiny needle to now stitch the glass beads. And the needle looks like this. So they scoop the beads and now stitch through the holes they have made with this needle.
Okay.
Yes.
It's tiny.
If it falls
to
down,
put the thread through it. It's very tiny.
It's
Yeah.
like the needle, it's like a sewing needle.
It is tiny.
yeah, very
You
tiny.
use this now to get the beads.
You pick beads one after another.
Yes. That should be the most difficult part because I can't even see. I don't have glasses on. Okay, yeah, if you have them on your hands, it will be easier.
Yeah. And then they stitch them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, and then because of the stitches at the back, we shall now apply glue, attach a leather lining to hide the stitches. Then we put the holes in a buckle to now make the complete belt. And one belt takes 3 days to complete. Yeah, and we also have this bracelet so we can write your name or customize any design you want. Maybe write your name, put your preferred colors, and we also have this Apple Watch bag for the Apple Watches. You'll find them in different sizes in the shop. We have the pet collars, the dog leashes, and if you want us to customize anything, place your order and then we ship all right. Now it's time to meet the queen, Mama Elizabeth.
Oh,
yeah, yes.
Hello, Mama.
Hello. And she has taught the ladies how to do this for more than 49 years because she began in 1975. You can take a photo of her. You can also come here and also take a photo with her. Asante, ladies. We are going to the place where we paint the beads. We color them. You'll see the different colors there and how the ladies paint the beads. Jumbo. Welcome, and this is the painting room, and we have the ceramic glazes here in powder form and all the beads that we shall paint, including the tiny animals and the Christmas ornaments here. Then, yes. Then the ladies will mix the ceramic glazes in water to form a solution like this one. Then arrange the beads on a wire and dip them in the solution of the glaze to come up with plain colors like this. But as for the beads with the patterns, the ladies will do that bead by bead, one by one. And after that, we cannot bake them for the second time in the kiln. The second firing, 1000 degrees Celsius, 8 hours overnight, and the beads will now come out shiny, depending on the glaze that was put on them. And you can have a look at what the ladies are making, then I'll show you the kiln. Yeah. Yeah, they do the same thing. We also have the giraffes here, so they'll paint the pattern on top. Yes. And these are the kilns. So remember the beads the ladies were making there, the ones who gave you the gifts. So the beads they're making will come in this kiln. They put them in bowls and they cook, they bake here. But for the beads that come from the grazing loop, they will put them here, and they'll start them from bottom until it's full. You can have a closer look. So they'll start from the bottom, and once they put a layer like this, they now stack the bricks and continue putting layers. And that can take about 3.5 hours. And the kiln can carry like 5,000 beads. And then after the beads are fired 8 hours overnight, when the ladies have already left because the temperature will be high, in the morning we shall wait for the beads to cool down before we offload the kiln. I'm going to show you the baked beads over there. Jumbo! Jumbo! The baked beads, and they come out shiny depending on the glaze that was put on them, and you can feel they are smooth.
Yeah.
That's smooth.
Yes. And you can always purchase this loose bead and make something interesting at home. Or if you want to customize something, we have these beads left here so that you can choose the ones you want and finish your bracelet or your keychain. Yes, and also this side, the ladies will make different products, like the necklaces using a fishing line because it's strong. And we also have these fantasy necklaces. We have these dancing keychains. I saw you dancing, so this can be your best friend today. We also have these animals, and we have the earrings, the simple keychains. We have the letter cubes that can customize a keychain. We have these snap bracelets using a slinky wire that snap around your wrist. And we have these anklets, waist beads, necklaces using the tiny glass beads. Also, we have the animal pendants here and the Christmas ornaments, the dancing dolls as well. We have these cord bracelets, and we have other products like the cord keychains. And finally, I want to show you this wall hanging made of macrame, crochet, and loose bead. So this takes 2 months to complete, and all of them are ready. This is how we do all our ceramics. So we have these chokers I forgot to mention, and also female macrame belts in this design. Let's take a look at the leather room. So now they are applying glue. You can even have a closer look. The ladies in Kajiado will now come with the leather products like this. So here they apply the glue like this, and then this is the leather lining. They apply glue and then attach it, and then they start hammering. Then they trim the edges, and then inside I'll show you what they do after they trim the edges. So they are removing, they're removing, wrapping it, and then they let them stay there for a while before they cut the edges. The wax they use, and then apply the edges, and then they iron the edges to make them smooth, and then that will make the complete products. And once they do that, they shall put the holes in a buckle for the belt, and this is a complete belt. Yeah. It's durable, long-lasting, just like Kobe.
Yeah, it is.
We have other products here like the bags that they're making. And this is some of the leather that they will use to make the bags. And also we have these bags. So you'll find them in different colors there in the shop, different sizes, and we can customize one for you as well. Yeah. So now I'd love us to take a look at the shop. Welcome. Yes. And now, yes, welcome to the shop. Now this marks the end of our tour, and we have all the prices on the products. We accept cash cards. Take your time, enjoy your shopping, and hope you'll find something nice.